The city has a sense of purpose as the centre of public administration in Australia. It was created for a specific purpose, and that fundamental reason for being drives a lot of activity within the city. The challenge for Canberra over the next 10 years is how it will transition to a population of 500,000 people, what that means for transport infrastructure and land use planning within a confined city precinct. Canberra was very spread out. Urban density levels very, very low. In 10 to 15 years there would be increased density. This would mean that leafy suburban areas that had been very attractive to generations of families would remain that way, but there would also be parts of the city that would have a greater density, more mixed use activity. So this is a new concept for Canberra as well, to not have very strictly defined residential zones, commercial zones, industrial zones. So the aspiration is to be Australia's leading digital city. In some areas, I think we are achieving that aspiration. In others, there's more work to do. But the CBRfree Wi-Fi network is one of the largest public Wi-Fi networks in Australia, and we believe one of the largest in the world. Our city has an aspiration to be carbon neutral by 2045. And by 2020, in just 2 years' time, we'll become the first Australian city to be 100% powered by renewable energy. I want the city to have a leadership role, both in terms of policy development, but then also implementation. At around 500,000 people, the city is an ideal size to pilot a range of new technologies and service delivery. So I'm optimistic that as a centre of public sector research excellence, combined with a number of universities and the size of the city, all of which leads to innovation and investment, new ideas being trialled and then being able to be scaled up to larger cities in Australia and elsewhere in the world.